Hey, YouTube. All right. We all hear this all the time, right? You got to serve other people. You got to help other people, right? I keep seeing this get thrown around in comments and on social media and across the board. It's this idea of be a servant leader, which is cool. I'm not downing that by any means, but let's get down to what that actually means, because that gets thrown around as like a virtue signal, and I'm tired of it. It's frankly BS, because most people are saying, oh, serve other people. But meanwhile, one, they aren't even fulfilled within themselves, so they aren't actually serving something good. Be like, what if I said, hey, serve other people, but you're serving them like shit? Like, that wouldn't be good, right? So how do you make sure what you're serving people is actually a +1 and it helps them to grow and expand? So I want to make this video, and I have 3 main things, and really there's like a 4th bonus at the end, but let's dive into the first 3, okay? So first and foremost, with serving others, if you're serving others just as a handout instead of empowering them to be a self-leader, you're doing it wrong, okay? So a handout and just giving someone something and then having no sort of follow through, no plan of action with them, where you just give them stuff, like maybe even give them some money. Or like I'll have some people hit me up and they're asking me for money. I'm like, no, I'm not gonna just give you money. You gotta be resourceful. There's a very interesting analogy, which is if you were to take like a baby bird, like a chicken or like a bluebird or a robin or something, it's in a nest. And if you break open the egg, when the baby's trying to get out of the egg and they're trying to peck out, if you help them open the egg, you actually kill the bird. Okay, so when you're serving others, are you actually helping them, or are you setting them up for failure, right? So instead of doing that, here's the word to look at: self-leader, self-leadership, okay? So when you can support another person, right away, if a person doesn't know what they're doing, they're gonna have to follow a plan of attack. But at a certain point, if they follow an effective plan, they'll realize within themselves, oh, I gotta lead myself, okay? So that is part 1. 2, the principle of give as you would like to receive. When you're serving another person or a group of people, the starting point has got to be give to them as you would like to receive. I know people throw around the idea of, oh, treat another the way that they want to be treated. It's like, how about just let's agree on consensus of what would be best and then serve other people from that starting point, okay? I like to look at this as like in my life. So for yourself, look at this. When you've best been supported by other people, look back at the past year and a half, the times where you've had the best breakthroughs, the best support from other people. And if you aren't getting support from people, you got to reach out. I can plug you into some awesome communities. A lot of them are free, and you can get really, really good access to resources and people that can really empower you, okay? But like when I look back at this, a lot of the times I got the support, it wasn't pleasant. It was people calling me out, or people saying, hey, stop being weak. Just do the thing. Do the thing you know you're resisting. Sometimes that is the greatest support. And so sometimes when I'm supporting another person, I will be a little bit harsh to them if I can tell that's what they need. Some people, they can't handle being harsh. I'll find another way to do it. But I would give a shout out. I'm not going to say the person by name, but it's a guy that I've worked with closely now for over a year. And for a while, he fell off bad. And then I had one, I call it a come to Jesus meeting, right? Come to the principles of Jesus, let's say. And I explained to him, I was like, look, man, you're screwing up like big time. Like, look at your life, look at your bank account, look at where you're living, look at the fact that you still have all these roommates. Are you happy with this or not? He's like, wow. He's like, thanks. No one was telling me that. I couldn't even see it. My mind was talking me out of growing. And he thanked me. And then he took a bunch of action. And now that was back when there was still snow outside. So it was probably like 5 months ago. Now I've seen the guy change so much. So shout out to him if you know who I'm talking about, right? I'm impressed with people like that. And I also am impressed with myself, because a few years ago, I couldn't do that. One, I didn't even know enough and have the right principles and the right starting point to even be able to be an authority like that. But now I realize that's what was done to me, and that's really serving others, right? So you got to be clear within yourself first. And if you want the other person to become a self-leader, then you got to give as you'd like to receive. And sometimes it's harsh. Don't be harsh just for the sake of being harsh, right? But that point is critical, that sometimes you got to smack them, right? With love, metaphorically, of course. Don't actually go smack someone. Okay. Third point. Hope you're taking notes, because when you can serve other people, it's so freaking fulfilling. I mean, that's actually what we're here to do as people on planet Earth, It's like, how effectively can you serve everybody on the planet? Right? That's actually the greatest thing you could do. Okay. And so here's point 3 is you have to have the right tools to support the people, and you have to plug those people into the right tools. So there's a few tools that I always talk about. One is TechnoTutor, obviously, because it can help them reprogram their mind at an unconscious level. So if I'm trying to serve another person, but I'm not actually helping them change what's buried in here, like the 90% that really runs the show, if I'm not helping them change that, I'm gonna just scratch the surface with being able to support someone. Also writing, I'm doing a course called DIP, or self-forgiveness writing, that kind of thing. It's like you can help those people actually let go of the stuff that they're holding on to and then free up so that there's new mental space that can go to new things, right? There's some other tools, some other thinking tools. A lot of the stuff that I have in the 7-Figure Vault, which is a free Dropbox that I have of the best information that I've learned when it comes to making, a good amount of money. I still have a long ways to go, but I figured out a few things that work really well with business, sales, marketing, how to run a team, how to be organized, how to structure your day, things like that. So people have to have the right tools. Because if I'm just doing one-on-one trying to support someone, of course, that's great. And there's definitely a time and place for one-on-one. But also you have to start to automate certain things that can help people and empower themselves, right? And that then brings it back to point 1, which is self-leadership, okay? So point 3 is you got to make sure that the people that you're with, that you truly want to support, you truly desire to help them, that they have the right tools to be able to change themselves on that subconscious and unconscious level. Otherwise, guess what? Time loop. They will time loop again and again and again, and you're not actually serving them. You're actually harming them. You're letting them harm themselves, okay? So let's not do that, all right? And the 4th pro tip, bonus tip for you, because you made it to the end, is consistency, okay? If you are looking to support other people, but you don't have a plan by which to do that, you don't have a structure for your week ahead, you don't have a certain time of the day, like a mini day schedule. If you don't know what a mini day schedule is, sign up for the 7-Figure Vault. You can get access to that. It's amazing, right? It's how you can run many projects simultaneously every single day. So if you don't have that set up where you can stay consistent over days, weeks, months, years, so that you can consistently support people, is your support even real? If you don't have that consistent ongoing support, I would make the argument that your support is not even real, because you're not factoring in the greater span of that person's life and the fact that there are seasons to life, and sometimes people are crushing it and it's great. Sometimes people, it's like the worst part of their life. You want to be able to be there for somebody, and ideally everyone around you, for the world, so you can support people when everything's going good, when everything's crashing, and everywhere in between. So that is how I look at serving others in the truest sense, because I have yet to see someone really break this down in a way that's tangible and practical. So there you have it, right? That is my intention. So if you like this, you like these videos, subscribe to my channel, check out the other stuff, please share it with people. I make this stuff for free. Really, I just want to find more people that like this stuff, want to have this level of conversation, because when the right people plug in and they learn all this stuff and they apply these tools, I can learn so much from you. And then we can really grow together over the next 10, 20, 30, 50 years. That is the plan. And if you like this kind of stuff, right, check out the rest of everything on my YouTube, my social medias. You can DM me, just check the links in the comments. And I look forward to seeing you around, and stay tuned for some more great videos. All right, peace.